Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. Today's tarot reading is messages from your spirit guides. So essentially what we're going to look at is if your spirit guides could come down, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, I want to have a chat with you. And here's what I want to talk to you about. Here's my guidance. Here's my advice. Here's what I want you to notice, to do, not do. All of that kind of energy. This is what we're going to look at today. So it's pick a message 1 through 3. In the intro, you will see 3 images, and don't take too much time with it, but look at which image is speaking to you without overthinking it, and that'll be the messages that are meant for you. It's also in the thumbnail. And I've also put these 3 piles out because I went ahead and pre-pulled the main energies. There's 6 cards in each pile. So perhaps some of you would like to just look at these piles and see which pile is speaking to you if looking at the images is not really what's resonating. I am going to get started here with message number 1. I do want to quickly mention, though, that I have a 10-minute meditation that is all about connecting to your spirit guide. If any of you are interested, you can go ahead and have a look at that. It'll be in the description box below, or at the end of the video. It'll come up at the end. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get started here with message number 1. Hello, message 1. So if you chose message 1, you were attracted to the image of that eye. Now, before you even get started looking at the cards, that likely tells you something. It could be connected to using your intuition more. It could be that you're going to have a third eye activation, that you are capable of seeing psychically, clairvoyantly in some kind of way, more than you may even realize, and that this may be a gift that you are being asked to open in some kind of capacity, more so to utilize for your best and highest good, and perhaps the best and highest good of others. That is just part of the message, and this is general, so that may only speak to some of you. Let's have a look at the cards. All right. Snake and healing. You are a healer. Okay. And how you heal is going to be very unique and individual. Now, for some, this healing could be quite literal, where you are maybe in the medical field of some sort, nurse, doctor, healthcare practitioner, osteopath, Reiki healer. You're somebody that heals with words, communication, or using tarot, or has a mind to want to do those kinds of things, and you have not yet started. Either way, if you've wondered and you needed confirmation from your spirit guides that you are in fact a healer and somebody who brings light to people, whether through your deeds, your purpose, your career, or just your presence, having an aura about you that brings about healing for others, this is your yes. This is our confirmation that is true for you. You are a healer. Okay. Let's see what else goes with this. Okay, so we have a bit of a heads up here from Spirit. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. This could also be letting you know that you will find information that you need, knowledge that you need, and wisdom through books, through learning, through maybe gravitating towards things that have a healing modality to them. This could be Reiki. This could be, healing through being a spiritual teacher of some sort, or a teacher. Either way, it seems like communication is a thing that you have quite strongly, and maybe you doubt that about yourself, but it's there. It also could be letting that some of you know that you are meant to write a book. You are meant to speak some sort of information. It almost feels like in a nonfiction, is that right? No, nonfiction capacity, to help people in some way. I definitely get the energy that you heal through words, but I still get the sense that some of you heal through hands, and by way of career purpose, and maybe there's an up-leveling that needs to happen there, and your spirit guide wants to come in to say, yeah, there's more to know, there's more to learn, and you may find the information, the wisdom you seek through books, learning, going back to school, writing a book for others. It's general, right? So it's going to be different for all of you. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this is coming on the side of what may be challenging for you and would likely help you, benefit you in the long run. It's really interesting with you bringing a healing energy, whether that's through empathy, hands, words, deed. It's saying vegetarian, vegan. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. Okay, so I've pulled this card for others lots of times, and there's a bit of a freak out that happens sometimes with people. Like, I don't want to give up meat, things like that. And it doesn't mean that that's what you need to be doing. It's just a suggestion to add more foods that hold light. Anything that grows from trees in the ground requires light to grow. And when we eat foods like that, we're actually putting more lightness into our bodies, and it expands us spiritually, psychically. And I do think that's a thing here for my message one choosers. You have some psychic ability, clairvoyance, healing, empathy, all of those kinds of energies. And this is just a suggestion from spirit saying eating really well and eating foods that hold more light will help you expand this aspect of yourself. It'll bring you more spiritual connection, more healing capability, more intuition, all those kinds of things. So it doesn't mean that you absolutely have to go vegan or vegetarian, though for some of you, maybe you've been contemplating it and wondering if it's something you could do, and this would be a confirmation from your spirit guide saying yes. But for others, I think it's just a piece of wisdom and guidance from spirit saying this would serve you well to add more of this kind of food into your life. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. Definitely a very spiritual energy showing up here for my message one choosers. You are a very spiritual person. If you've doubted that, don't doubt that anymore. You are a healer. You are empathic. You are able to see. You have third eye energy abilities, whether you're using them or not. And crystals is going to help. Crystals will help you. Rather, I'm going to slow down. Connect to this more. The energy of crystal supports you and helps you with your present situation. So if you're trying to open up your third eye or, connect more strongly, look for crystals and stones that would help you to do that. You can keep them around you, keep them in your pocket. You could go to a store and talk to somebody who has more knowledge about this. But, there's a weird energy that I think some of you are already quite connected to crystals, and you have some sort of power and capacity to literally harness their energy and power for others, maybe through healing of some sort. So maybe learning and leaning into this even more would be a really good idea for you. Yeah, and it says it's going to help you with your present situation. I'm definitely feeling like, Spirit's giving my message one choosers a nudge to lean more into your healing capabilities, and it's showing you how to go about doing that by utilizing crystals, eating foods that hold more light, seeking more wisdom and knowledge. Because there's definitely this polarity I feel here with books where I do feel like in the long run, some of you may heal through word and communication, and that's something that's going to be on the cards for you. But there's more to learn, and there's a need to lighten your own energy to expand this part of yourself. All right. Yep. Water energy, Loon and intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay. And there's a couple of things that I feel when I'm like tuning into this card for my message one choosers. You are extremely intuitive. You're probably connected to water, whether you are a water sign or have a lot of planets in a water sign, rising moon, whatever it is. There's this strong, nurturing, emotional component for my group ones that is much needed in this world and does bring about healing for people. But it feels like there's fear around bringing this out even more. How will I be perceived? What will I have to let go of? What does that look like for me? Or maybe even that I recognize I have things within me that are not so great. So how can I help anybody else if I'm not perfect? It's not about being perfect, though. People actually resonate with you more and others more when they have had hardship and experience because they're relatable. Something that I feel like some of you might need to hear. You are more relatable than you think. You have more power than you think. You're very connected to water elements, bird energy. So be on the lookout for loon type energy, especially their sound and calls. It might be trying to get your attention around something. And this says, recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Yes. Yes, there's definitely some healing that needs to happen here. There's an expansion that wants to happen within your soul that connects to your purpose and what you're meant to do and the healing you're meant to bring to this world. but the energies that are showing up here are kind of suggesting there's some fear around this for you. But we're going to pull more cards moving forward. So we'll see what all that's about. Okay. Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. You are clairvoyant. Absolutely. You've got intuitive, clairvoyant, healer. You're a powerful person that holds a lot of spiritual gifts that the world needs. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. I'm going to keep banging on about it, but I definitely think that you're not utilizing these gifts and talents as much as your spirit guide would like you to. And they've come in to tap you on the shoulder and say, it's time. It's time to expand this. Here's how. Utilize those crystals. Lean into healthier foods that hold more light, making your body lighter. That brings healing for you. Seek out more knowledge. This says, clairvoyance is the inner sense of seeing. It's when you receive images, pictures, symbols, words, and colors. It's not about seeing in the physical sense with your eyes. It's about using your inner eye, better known as the third eye. When a medium is using their ability of clairvoyance to work with a spirit, the person who has passed will often send visual images to the medium's mind. An experienced medium receiving similar images will be able to interpret them from their own psychic database and often know immediately what they mean. A great way to train and sharpen your clairvoyance ability is to listen to guided meditations using visualization techniques that take you on beautiful journeys in your mind's eye. Spend time outside, notice everything around you, whether it's the deep blueness of the sky or the calming greenness of the grass and trees. Try to notice all the diverse cultures of people, places, and things you're exposed to every day. The spirit world can use everything from your physical eye. Sorry, I got myself lost there. I'm going to do that again. I apologize, guys. Okay, we believe it's important to start by looking at and noticing your surroundings right here in the physical world. Okay, the spirit world can use everything your physical eye records as visual prompts in the future. If you follow this advice, you'll be training your eyes and your mind to notice and store more. This practice will greatly assist you in developing your clairvoyant strength. So this is also like a very big nudge from spirit. This is a message directly from your spirit guide saying start here to expand this part of yourself, to open up your third eye in a much broader, bigger way, because you have the capacity to do this. You know, some of you might even be mediums or have the capacity to be mediums, but have maybe tamped down this ability for fear or whatever reason. Sometimes it can be connected to our past, our upbringing, lack of acceptance and support for these gifts and talents that we have. I almost feel like for some of you, I feel like you've grown up hearing things like, you're too sensitive, you're too sensitive, you're too emotional, a lot throughout your lifetime. And it has really caused you to kind of ebb back into the shadows and, turtle up your gifts. And now is the time to expand them. And Spirit's showing you the way to go about doing this, how to bring more of this energy into your life and into the life of others. And if it's ramping up for you right now, it's because there's a reason. There's people around you, community, people within the world that are going to need this gift and talent from you, because you're the only one that can bring it out in the way that's unique to you, as the Loon card suggests. Let's pull some cards. These are my energy and spirit cards. So let's look at and see what kind of energies from spirit is coming in and up for you. I'm getting mantras that keep going through my head. I am beautiful. I am capable. I'm willing to be seen. I know my power and I stand in it. This keeps playing over and over in my head. Perhaps these are some mantras that some of you guys could use for yourself. All right. You're definitely got a strong connection to Mother Earth energy, Gaia energy, grounded, it's like that healing energy. Maybe some of you are shamanic, witchy energy, or healers of sorts that using natural medicinal things, because we've got nature spirits and the 4 elements, elementals, wanting you to connect more into this aspect of yourself, the earth elements, because you can utilize them for your best and highest good, and to open up your gifts. And it connects really well to that vegetarian, vegan things that grow from the ground, from the trees. Really, really beneficial for your particular energy. And I also think it's about leaning into that elemental energy, that magic, that wonder, that joyfulness of childlike wonder, where you believed that fairies were just around the corner, were the lightning bugs and things like that. You have a strong capacity to connect to very empowering, powerful earth energy that's almost like it's magic for you. Family tree. Expansion and legacy, the legacy that you leave behind, family tree. Two things that I'm feeling here when it comes to this message. Some of you have inherited this gift. It's been passed on to you through your lineage, the ability to heal, to psychically see, to connect to spirit, that shamanic energy. And the other is, I think that you might even have some sort of expansion happening in your family, and you may have a daughter, a son, a grandchild who also holds these gifts, and it keeps moving through your lineage. I feel like it's also a bit of like a nudge from spirit, answering certain questions for some of you, like, did I just make this up? Where did this gift come from? And the answer is, it's been in the family line for a long time. It's part of your DNA, and it's going to be for others in the family as well. Oh my gosh, look at this. Shamanic healer. You have the shamanic energy within you. It's in your bloodlines. It's been passed down, a very strong connection to earth energy, knowing what to utilize to heal people, knowing what tree might need healing from you. It's like that kind of magic. And this ability to see like the elementals, to see like those that walked before you, to connect to the past and the future, using Mother Earth Gaia's energy and shamanic healing tools, essentially. I was trying to think of the word. Cleansing and attunement. Some of you need some more of this for yourself so that you can open up this part of yourself even more, because the world needs it. You are a healer. People need your healing and what you bring to the table. Cleansing and attunement. Yes. Twofold energy. You are going to be able to bring that kind of energy to others in some way, whether it's through natural herbs and remedies that you come up with for people, through Reiki healing, or both, using your psychic senses of clairvoyance. You have all of it, right? Crystals also come from the earth, but it all stems from your deep-rooted ancestral connection in your bloodline to this energy. And it is time to lean in to one or more of these modalities, because you're meant to use it in service to others in some way. Balance. Okay. Centered energy, self-care. And then you've got that cleansing and attunement. This is what I think spirit is guiding you to do with using crystals for yourself, being the healer that also needs some healing for yourself at this time, to get your vibration and your energy attuned and brought back into balance, so that you can be this for others. Eating those healthier foods, all this will activate and bring out your light body more, expand your spiritual awareness and your clairvoyance abilities, all things that the world needs. But it always starts with you, right? And I think your spirit guide has jumped in to say, let's do this. Let's get you clear and you vibrating higher and more connected spiritually. And then the ball just starts to roll from there, and you become this healer for others. And there's so many abilities here with my message one choosers. Like, you're a healer, and I feel like you have the capacity to heal with words, with psychic vision, connect to spirit, connect to the elementals, shamanic energy that brings in healing through all different kinds of modalities. That Reiki energy as well is here. Like, it's like the sky's the limit. And in some capacity, you're going to use all these various gifts. And spirit's really highlighting the need for you to lean into this now. Heal yourself out, bring attunement and cleansing for you. Get your energy centered and sorted by doing some of these things. And then everything starts to crack open for you. Message at message one. I was going to say message two. I definitely feel like some of you have, whether it's your own children or future children or grandchildren that are also carrying these gifts, like very much in the bloodline and in the past. Ancestors had these gifts as well. Like it was naturally there and it may need to be activated. Four, four, four. So that's the number of angels too, right? So when you see this number, it's going to be a heads up for you. It's a marker. It's your spirit trying to get your attention at that time. So be very mindful when this shows up for you. It's suggesting there's angelic assistance too at that time. Affection, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. Okay. Also, I think this is just also a heads up for some of you from spirit, right? Because this is messages from your spirit guide. So for some of you, there could be a connection that you make that's going to help you explore your gifts, your talents even more, that you have a past life connection with, where there's going to be an expansion of your family tree, a romantic soulmate, all kinds of things. But we have to remember that it's all connected to this energy in you and your spiritual connection to being a healer and expanding on purpose. There's this heads up here that love is coming in as a result. And if it's showing up with this energy, it's suggesting that there's somebody who will be supportive, who likely holds a lot of this kind of energy themselves, who is a soulmate and who's being, the divine timing of them showing up is perfect for you to expand on this legacy that you're meant to create for your life, because it's within your DNA. And they also carry this kind of energy. Like almost like, I don't really like to say twin flames because I'm not entirely sure that I lean into that fully, the concept of that. But I will say it's like that. It's like that kind of energy. And it's just waiting to show up for you. Support of all kinds, romantic and otherwise. And I love that it says from, here, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past, everything will fall to pieces. Just remember that doesn't necessarily mean this life. This could be from a past life where there's that resonance and instant connection, because the timing is perfect for them to show up for you. They're going to help you lean into all this energy for yourself. They're going to be a part of the equation when it comes to who you are and what spirit is guiding you to move towards. And there this expansion of family too. So I think this is both. For some of you, this is like a kindred spirit, a soulmate, non-romantic. And for others, it's definitely romantic. And the timing is just right for it. So a heads up. Wow. 999 spiritual realm. Loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. I love that. And nines are very spiritual. They're a humanitarian number, but they're also the number of endings and conclusions, bringing one thing to an end so that we can open the door for something new. You are definitely very connected to the spiritual realm. You're being asked to tie up loose ends, to let go of past negative thoughts about yourself from your spirit team, to really believe that you are all of these amazing spiritual things and that you do hold these gifts within your DNA, within your soul and your bloodline, and that someone is coming in who is loving and divinely, or they were divinely orchestrated to come in at this time, either as a love interest or a partner that's going to help with all of this. So being open to that. Yeah. And release worries by speaking your truth. Definitely a thing with this communication energy. You have the ability to communicate love and light to others, but there could be a little bit of a block there in the throat chakra for some of my message ones. So maybe doing some throat chakra clearing would be a really good idea, as well as third eye and connecting as often as you can to higher energy, to source, to spirit. Because I feel like they've got so much that they want to bring you, information and wisdom. Oh my gosh. 444-999-777. You're going to receive a lot of guidance and information through numbers. Message one. Call upon Shamul for relationship help and healing. For she is the angel who teaches us about pure, unconditional love and forgiveness. She connects with you through the number 777. Auras of pink light, pink flowers, hearts, and rose quartz. Wow. Okay. So you are a healer, that healing energy that you need. Also a block in the heart space. With this affection too, and your level of self-control, on the horizon is the possibility of the beginning of a new romantic or platonic relationship. A guarded heart. You have a guarded heart that needs to be released and opened so that you can heal it and say yes to new love coming in. Love in all forms, definitely romantic for some of you, but just trusting other people in general, that they are going to be there for you, that they are the right support, that there is the right community being sent your way. It is. So when the number 777 shows up for you, this could be showing you the way to a more loving connection, or show up at a time when you meet that kindred spirit, that soulmate energy. And I don't know why, but I feel like this 999 is going to act like a yes energy for my group ones, like connecting to the spiritual realm. If you have an idea or a thought or an inkling, or you have this, I wonder if I should do this, I guess, which is the same thing. Like, you're going to start seeing those numbers as your confirmation of yes. And then I just feel like the 444 in affection, this is also going to be connected to partnership, love, romance. But that'll be a good moment for you to stop, pause, and say, what was I thinking about? And also just put it out to spirit. Yes, I'm open to your wisdom and your guidance. What do you have to tell me in this moment? Like, I feel like a receiving energy here with that. All right, I'm going to cap this off with a postcard from Spirit. I know these are longer messages, but it is messages from our spirit guides, right? And we really want to connect into their wisdom and their guidance and try to understand it fully and completely so that we can move through our life knowing that we are being loved, supported, shown the way, and guided as you absolutely are. Message one, you're an extremely powerful and spiritually connected person. But it does look like there's been some things that have been heavy on your heart, that have blocked your third eye, that have caused your energy and vibration to be a little lower. And Spirit's saying now is the time to sort that out. Dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are a manifesting master and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in your life: money, opportunities, love, kindness. So whatever you're asking guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. And whenever you fall into insecurity, you'll be shown an illusion as if your fear were real. But the truth is that the universe is abundant. You are and always have been enough. Ooh, that makes me emotional. And abundance is your natural state. If you can imagine something consistently as truth, you can and will create it. You are so, okay, I got emotional reading this. I'm sorry, guys. You are so on the right path now. Keep believing. Then the seeing happens. Loving you more and more every day. I'm going to put that up there so that maybe some of you can snapshot it. That's a beautiful, my camera's trying to adjust. Final message for you guys. That got me all choked up. All right. Okay, message one. I am going to leave that there. I hope that all of you have the most amazing and beautiful day. And give yourself over to this beautiful energy that's being sent your way. Take care, guys. Hello, message two. All right. So you were attracted to that sword and that shield right out of the gate without looking at the cards yet and just reading into your attraction to that. This could be suggesting a need to find your own power again. It suggests that you naturally hold a leadership energy, somebody who can lead the charge in so many ways, in the home, at the workplace, in a community setting. Think of your generals of the world. That's your energy that you naturally have, that warrior-like energy. Strong, fierce, protective. Also, there's a sense of energy of difficulty with control issues because you hold this so strongly within you, maybe always wanting to ensure everybody is safe and feeling like maybe that's never quite the case. That's the polarity with that type of energy. Either way, you have a natural inherent ability to lead, warrior-like energy, type A personality, go-getter. Whether you are utilizing it right now or in need of more of it, we shall see what the cards say. But that's sort of what that attraction to that image was for you. That's part of the equation. So let's look at the cards. Okay. Okay. Surrender and let go of control. All right. Definitely an empowered energy. You are a powerful person. You are a leader. There is this feeling of fiercely protecting that which matters to you, those that you care about, those that you love, that warrior-like spirit, which is a beautiful thing. But when we're too leaned into it and imbalanced, where we're not just going with the flow ever, and we're afraid to let go of control for fear that, this is when this shows up for you, right? And otters are very, very connected to the water element and the spiritual realm, really. Going with the flow, allowing, not feeling like we have to control every little thing, letting go a little bit so that more of what we need can show up when we're in a relaxed state. So that is probably part of what your spirit guide is trying to get you to understand. Let go of control, surrender a little bit, and then they are going to show you the way. They're going to show you what needs to happen next, what's meant for you. Okay. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Right. So when we are in that fierce energy, that warrior-like energy, leading, doing, type A, go, 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 we are missing out on certain things, right? We're not feeling psychically connected because we're so busy doing rather than being. And dancing, singing, moving around, moving your body in this way is joyful. It will up-level your energy and bring you much needed insight, right? That leaning into that otter's energy of that watery, intuitive, psychically connected energy, because it says that you have the capacity to do this and awaken your psychic senses so that you can be more in flow with it, right? So that you know when to act and when to step back. Yeah. And also music, right? Music and movement, right? It could just be really helpful and beneficial for you to relax your energy, calm that protective side of you. Cause I can't seem to let that go. I keep feeling this fierce protector energy, whether it's your family or something that you're trying to do. Yeah. This will help lighten your energy. This will help you connect more and lean more into flow. And it will also heighten your vibration. Because I feel like there's some guidance, some wisdom that wants to come through for my group 2 choosers about whatever situation that you're in, that you're having a hard time relinquishing control over. Yeah, okay. Vacuum away fear. Call upon archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved, right? The fear of letting go, if I let go of control, if I relinquish, if I step back, breathe, up level my energy, it's all gonna fall apart. This is your spirit guide coming in to say that's not true. It is your fears that are holding the situation back, limiting beliefs in some capacity, fear of letting go and letting flow, that is making this situation more difficult and maybe even stagnant for some of you. Calling in Archangel Michael Raphael to lift these energies out and your surroundings and the situation. Start there. Start their message too. It will only bring you more clarity and guidance, right? That psychic insight that I feel you really need right now. I feel like a really strong stressed out energy here for my group 2s. Yes. That fierce protector with that sword and shield being chosen by you guys, right? You have this capacity, like you have these strong, powerful traits that I feel like are so needed in certain situations at certain times, but maybe it's really difficult for you to detach from them in moments to get into that flow state and to get into like psychically connecting and relaxing your energy a bit so that you can heed higher mind to move things forward. But you have the capacity to be both. And it feels like being in fight or flight right now for my group 2s. Okay. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. And we've got talking to Archangel Raphael again. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Okay. Now, this could be literal addictions that are holding you back or acting as a block for you, but it could be those thoughts, right? That fear based energy, that fierce protectiveness that's really hard for you to let go of, that control. Those are also addictive behaviors, right? It's an operating system that we're not always sure how to break the pattern of that operating system even when we know it's not serving us well. It's just so easy to fall back into habits and patterns that have been within us for a long time. But I feel like that's the big ask here. I do think that there are some of you that probably have some addictive behaviors that are also acting as a block to what it is that your heart really wants you to know, hear, and see. But this is why we lean into that singing and dancing energy, being silly, up leveling our vibration and moving into joy and lightheartedness lightens the actual heart space for you guys and brings in that wisdom that you need so that you can relinquish control and see how to move this situation to much better territory, better waters for you. I almost get the sense of like spirit's been like trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We need you to step back for a minute and listen. I've got some information for you. I've got some guidance. I want to show you the way, but they can't get it to you. Like hypervigilance. Okay. Cougar and assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Right. See, this is you naturally. And this is why I said it's a beautiful thing. Like you are a fierce protector, a leader, the general, the one that can lead the charge, that can make things happen, that type A personality that we all need in our lives. We need somebody to take charge. And this is how you show up. This is your natural energy that you have, that you hold. And this is how you want to show up after you've removed these things. We heal away the addictive thoughts, beliefs, patterns. We vacuum away that fear, relax our energy a bit. Spirit's saying, try this by using music, singing and dancing and opening up your psychic senses and letting go of some of the control. This is how you get back into this, where you're not being aggressive, you're being assertive. And there's a huge difference. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. And that you know where to go and what to do, this is what results after you move through these energies that your spirit guide is highlighting for you, that you need to work on starting here so that they can get this information to you and show you how to move through it and come out the other side victorious, I feel. Okay. We've got the invisible shield. I'm going to read the card here. It says, have you experienced feeling the presence of a loved one who has passed or had a thought of them suddenly come into your mind? Even though they're in the spiritual realm, their spiritual body has an aura which lovingly reaches out to yours. That's that feeling I get that spirit guides, passed on loved ones have been trying to tap you on the shoulder and get your attention. Every living thing has an aura, whether here in the physical world or on the other side. It's the energy field that surrounds all matter. Whether you're developing psychically or mediumistically, learning about the aura is an important part of the training. Both psychic and mediumship emanates, oh my gosh, slow down. Both psychic and mediumistic emanations are received and transmitted through the aura, which in turn can access the specific chakras that are associated with your clairsentience, clairvoyance, or clairaudience. Make sure you pull back your auric field when you're done working. That makes a lot of sense here, as it will make you less sensitive and enable your aura to revitalize. Learning everything about the aura will not only make you a stronger, spiritually connected person, but also a healthier one. And this is saying the partnership card for this, which we didn't pull, is blending with spirit. You have the capacity to do that here in message 2. And it's really interesting in talking about pulling back your auric field. So this letting go of control and surrendering fear and stuff, some of this is not even all of yours. You are probably more empathic and sensitive than you realize. And you start to absorb the fears and worries of others. On top of your own stuff that you may recognize, okay, I can't hold on to this and actually have my situation get better. So your energy field is getting all discombobulated. Imagine a cocoon of light around you, protecting you, like a boundary from all others' energies. I think that's something that you guys really need at this time, because I do feel that you're absorbing other people's fears and worries and anxieties. And then you have your own, right, that you're trying to figure out and sort out. Maybe doing some meditations that help you cleanse your auric field. They're all about that. I'm also getting the sense, I don't know who needs to hear this message, but if some of you have seen orbs as of late, or felt like you did, or strange lights, you're not crazy. You are seeing them. You're definitely surrounded by spirit, more than one spirit guide, I feel like, past and loved ones too, that are trying to help you with this situation. But there's this strong energy and this strong sense of pull back. Look at your fears. Look at the blocks, the things, the addictive thoughts and behaviors. Be mindful of your energy and have healthy boundaries. And this is how everything starts to change, by surrendering all of that. You get back into this assertive cougar energy, which you naturally hold, that leadership, that protector, the general that leads the charge. All right. I am going to pull some more cards here. It's like this feeling of you are a very, very powerful, capable person, but the things that have been pressing on you and the people has become so heavy, and it is your spirit guide's way of coming in and saying it's time to look at that and make that healthier and stronger, so that we can move the situation forward with clarity and optimism and joy, and from a much better energy, with clear thinking and psychically being connected to that wisdom, to what those spirit guides and past on loved ones are trying to get your attention towards. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, I love that. Okay, releasing difficulty. Yep, letting go of control, vacuuming away fear, healing addictive behaviors away. This is where you're headed. You're coming up from this. This is what Spirit's trying to guide you out of. But they need you to, again, to pause, stop, breathe out a little bit, calm, create space, so they can show you how to come up from this situation that's been hard and into the light, making the situation better, lighter, working better, moving smoothly in the right direction. Releasing difficulty, coming up from the depths. That makes so much sense with the rest of this reading. Journey guide, travel, change in location. Okay, so maybe some of you have been wondering, we've been asking Spirit, like, should I make this move? Should I go in that direction? This would be a confirmation that yes, you should, that there is a change, whether literally or metaphorically on the horizon for you. Maybe it's in career, maybe it's in a place, an actual home, moving home, or again, just a place, travel, change, and location. If you've been thinking about any of these things, this is a yes. This is what's on the horizon for you, this movement, and it's going to usher in much more positive things. It's all possible for you. And that lighter feeling, that need for a lightened auric field and lightened energy, I feel like that's a part of this message as well, with travel, change, and location, like a place that's more suited for some of you, where you are more relaxed just because of your environment, is something I'm feeling. This is general, so that's not going to resonate with all of you, but definitely coming up from these darker energies, these heavier things, releasing this difficulty, seeing your way forward, being guided by journey guides to a new place, location, business, idea, whatever it is, all in the cards for you. Yeah. Past life guides, karmic lessons, present assistance. I've said it a lot of times, but I definitely feel like you're being assisted right now, and I think missing some of it, again, because of lack of a quiet mind and difficulty all around you, absorbing negative energy. There's lessons to be learned here. This could be like, past life energies being repeated in this modern age, where you almost feel like, I can't explain it, but I've got this feeling that if I let go of control of this, everything's going to fall apart. And you might not even have evidence that that's true, but some part of you believes it to be true because maybe you lived that. But I feel like Spirit's jumped in to say we can let that energy go. We've learned the lessons from that lifetime. It's going to show up differently for you. maybe doing a past life meditation or regression would also be a really good idea for my group twos. But you've got guides from past lives that are here to help you. They're here to aid you. They're here to help you heal away things that are not working for you. Remove that fear, lighten your energy, and put healthy boundaries in so that you can see how to move forward from this. Yep. Sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. Yeah. Again, message 2, you naturally are this, whether you feel that you are at this time or not. You are powerful. You are a leader. You are very, very capable. That you are that general. You're the person who can, get a whole crowd to listen to you. Like, listen up, everybody. I've got something to say, and they will listen because of what you have to share and because of the gifts and talents that you have. And you need to tap into those forces in the best possible way and in a balanced way where spirit is guiding this and showing you, and you're trusting it, and you're saying, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this, because that sensitivity is an energy that I feel has not been leaned into enough for my group 2 choosers. And you naturally have that. You have the ability to open those psychic senses, to feel the presence clairsentiently of your guides around you, and receive their answers, their knowledge, their wisdom. And it's sort of like if you ever needed an excuse to believe that surrendering control a little bit, ebbing back and going with the flow, could really ever help your situation expand and get better, I feel like this is it. Doing less is actually going to bring you more for now, where your sensitivity is heightened, your connection spiritually is heightened. It's a strong message here for you guys from Spirit, saying this is what's needed right now. We need your attention. We need to lighten your auric field. We need to clear your auric field, rather. Lighten your load. Clear away some heavy energies. And then we're going to show you how to make the situation better than you could have even imagined. I definitely feel like this could be connected to career for a lot of my group twos. Because it's general, there could be some stuff on the home front as well for some of you, and Spirit's trying to help you move through this situation in the best way. This showed up in message 1. Spiritual realm, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. And I feel like that growth and solutions wants to come to you through the spiritual realm. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly. Open up, for the best is yet to come. I love this card. It goes so well with like releasing, needing to vacuum away fear and lighten our energy, heal away heavy energies and addictions. This is saying that applying this kind of energy is the best way for you to get to where you want to go, to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. And it's also saying it's how you will find solutions and comfort, right? Not by pushing, not by pressing, not by forcing, but literally by surrendering, relinquishing, moving backwards, breathing out. So pay attention to 9s, because if you start to see 9s come into your sphere of awareness, this is likely the spirits around you at that time trying to show you the way, especially if it has to do with something that you might need to cut and sever, because 9s are very connected to endings. So be mindful when you see those numbers show up, because think to yourself, what was I just thinking about? What are they trying to get my attention towards or to look at that time? What might be something that I need to let go of? Oh my gosh, these are the same cards that showed up for message 1. 444, the number of angels, and stability as well. Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into place. So the way through your situation, which looks tumultuous and difficult right now, your spirit guide is desperately trying to get you to see from a different vantage point and perspective, could be directly connected to a romantic partnership, one from a past life, because you've got karmic lessons and presence assistance with past life guides. And it also could be through partnership, right? An amalgamation in a work environment. This could also be solutions coming forward if there's been difficulties at home. I almost feel like some of you have been going through it on both fronts. It's been difficult at home and at work. And you're like, how the heck am I going to get through all of this? Either way. And it's saying affection, right? That lightheartedness, lightening your heart energy, being open to spirit. Spirit's going to show you the way with stability and strength, where you might need more of it, how to attain more of it, how to make your situation lighter, better. And it's definitely connected to others, romantic partners for some of you, and friendships, new ones, I think, coming in partnerships that are going to be really good for you. So when 444 shows up for you, again, look at what you were thinking about, but also take a breath in that moment and say, okay, I recognize that the 444 is also a number of angelic assistance being nearby. Lean into that. What do you have to tell me? What wisdom do you have to share? Just give yourself even just 5 minutes to connect to it when you see these numbers. Because I feel like it's going to be directly connected to how to create more stability and make your situation more balanced and healthier. All right. Coins. Coins or small shiny objects may have been put in your path to draw your attention to important signs from the angels. Look around. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So 9s, 4s, coins. These are all spiritual nudges. These are all signs coming from your spirit guide that they're trying to get your attention. So when these show up for you, just trust that they are around. They're there in that moment to give assistance, to point you in the direction, to get you to notice something, to stop and recognize whatever it is that you were thinking about, because there is wisdom there. There is knowledge. There are answers to your prayers happening within these things. Coins are going to be put in your path for you to find, and they are directly coming from spirit, nudging you along. I feel like some of you have probably already experienced this. I don't know what it is, but I'm just going to say it. For some of you, message 2. I'm getting strong dad energy. I don't know if there's going to be some of you that lost a dad, but I'm getting this feeling that some of you are being helped by a passed on father figure or father. And they're leaving these coins, and they're trying to get your attention with numbers, and they're trying to show you and help you with your situation. And it does feel like for some of you, it's on both fronts, on the home front and the work front, and it's general. So it's going to be either or for others. Excuse me. So if some of you wondered if a passed on father or father figure is around, I feel like this is your spirit guides coming in to say, yeah, not only do you have past life guides, your main spirit guide, but you've also got guardian angels by way of passed on loved ones. Like, I feel like you're surrounded by a lot of loving beings right now, really trying to help you, guide you. All right, so your postcard from Spirit. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals, and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality. but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy reward will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. It says you are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? Wow. That couldn't have went better with this reading. I'm hoping I'm holding it up in a way that you can snapshot it and read it back to yourself if you'd like to. I think that's such a beautiful final message here to cap off this reading. It makes so much sense. Lightening your energy, trusting, walking by faith, and another reiteration of why we need to surrender control right now and remove those heavier energies and that need to have everything happen right now, because it's coming, with that cougar energy over here. And coming up from the depths and releasing difficulty. This is all on the cards for you. So all this hard work, all the turmoil that you've had to endure and be in, it's coming to an end. And this is your spirit guide and your passed on loved one's way of showing you how to go about making sure that that happens. Okay. I am going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing day. Take care, guys. Hello, message 3. So you were attracted to the music notes. And this suggests to me, like right out of the gate, because you were attracted to that you probably are somebody who has activated or needs to activate your ear chakras. In the sense that this is a way that spirit is trying to communicate with you. Your spirit guides try to get your attention through sound, music, even communication, conversations that you might overhear. These are all things that spirit is utilizing at this time, your spirit guides, to try to get your attention around something. And then you could also have a natural proclivity or connection to sound for you. So also maybe even doing meditations that have like sound bath quality to them, that raise your vibration or your frequency, would likely be something that would sit very well and work very well for my message 3 choosers. But we're going to look at the cards and see what the cards have to say. Okay. Hawk energy, and it says choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. Focus. All right, so your spirit guide's highlighting the fact that there's need for focus by you right now to eliminate the things that distract you and put all your priorities on what it is that you want right now for yourself, what you're here to do, what you're here to create. Also, hawks are messengers from spirit, right? So if they cross your path or you see them, be open to messaging that may be showing up for you. It's often very subtle. So you have to really be an alert when it comes to that. But if you see hawks crossing your path, it feels to me that spirit is trying to get your attention because you have some sort of a message that's going to come through. And I do think for some of you, it might be through music or some form of communication or sound. Even maybe the sound of a hawk. But you're being asked to put your focus on something right now. Spirit's saying now is not the time to take your foot off the gas, eliminate those distractions, and go for it. Go for what you want, what you're being guided towards. Yeah, it says choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. Focus, focus, focus. I'm repeating this because I feel like there's something else I need to say. You know what's really strange? Something about coming across things when you're like out for a walk, oddly shaped rocks or feathers, finding feathers along your path. Little subtle things like this, I feel like it's spirit coming in to try to get your attention, to let you know that they're with you, that there's an openness for communication on those times. I don't know if that's something that any of you are doing or have thought about doing or already experienced, like going on a walk and coming across odd feathers or strange looking rocks, more unique looking. But there's something to that for me here that your spirit guides are doing on purpose. They're putting in your path for you to notice. Okay, let's see what else is coming out. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this down here. And then, whoop, there we go. Okay, we've got God box energy. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. Okay. Yeah. Having a hard time with focusing and eliminating distractions and focusing on what's most important to you. Sometimes we can prioritize everybody else. There's an energy of that here for me, for some of you. And, it's sort of like your spirit guides. Like, I see all your worries, I see all your fears, but I also see all your desires. Taking the time to write them all out and putting them in this God box and sort of like let go and let God. Really good idea for you guys at this time. This is something that would definitely be helpful to you. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome, and it's visualized success. So you are meant to be doing something, most definitely, message 3, creating something of value for others, for yourself. It feels like there's abundance attached to this. Limiting beliefs and fears, all the more reason to use that, write your worries and concerns and put them on a piece of paper and give them over to God so that you can get more into this energy where you're only visualizing what it is that you want, visualizing success in all of its capacity and all of your glory, dreaming like a little kid would, where there's just no doubt that you can have what you want. Because those fear-based energies, those limiting beliefs, those doubts can really block progress, and it feels like you're in divine timing, right? Where you're meant to be doing things and creating things and sort of making things happen, one foot in front of the other, slowly but surely wins the race, but nonetheless moving in a different direction and creating this thing. It just feels like your spirit guides don't want you to take your foot off the gas right now. They want you to keep going. Recognize when those fears are creeping in. Give yourself permission to write them out and then let them go, right? And just say to yourself, I'm letting go and letting God. I'm only focusing on what I want to create and what I want to come to me and nothing more. And that's so difficult to do because we're humans. We do tend to look at the difficult things. Okay, ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Yes. You are going to be receiving communication, spiritual communication from your spirit guides by way of sound. So maybe even, saying a few affirmations connected to the ear chakras, clearing your ear chakras. Things like, I am profoundly clairaudient. I hear clearly. I understand. I have clear hearing. Also, I feel like this connection to the hawk too. This is another form of communication. Feathers, gemstones, rocks, being on a walk and receiving messages that way. That's just something I can't seem to let go of. But yes, ear chakras. Make sure that this energy is clear. I hear clearly. Affirm that to yourself over and over again. My ear chakras are clear. I am powerfully and profoundly clairaudient. I always hear the messages that spirit are sending to me. Okay, we've got orca whale and adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song, and that's that music energy again. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And this is very connected to sing your soul's song. Show up authentically. Be you. You have much to offer, much to create, much to give the world. This is definitely like a nudge from the universe to say, move towards your dreams. Start creating those things that you want. They're there for you on purpose. They are a part of your purpose. You can do this. And it is in your soul's blueprint to be doing something different, to be creating something, visualizing that success and moving towards it. It says you are more powerful than you know. And I definitely think that's something that you need to hear. And sing your wild song, right? There's only one you. You're the only one that can show up and bring things to the table in your own unique way. And the world, your community, your friends, your family, they need it. They need this part of you right now. The world needs it. And, framing it as an adventure instead of a scary, unknown thing is a really good idea, especially when we're feeling those fears, worries, and anxieties. Very, very strongly connected to sound, though. Message 3, really utilize this to your benefit. Have music playing in the background, clear out those ear chakras. I even think like humming and things like that could be really beneficial to you. It can help to open the ear chakras and the throat as well. Then we've got be of service. Be of service. Yeah. You've got something that other people need. I get a strong empathic energy as well here from you guys. When you are called to awaken the medium within, it's also a calling to devote your life to a work of service. It's truly an honor and a blessing to serve spirit. If you hold an open and pure heart, the blessings from spirit in return will be bountiful and endless. The spirit world will always love and support your compassion and kind work in the most unusual ways. Look for the beautiful blessings and signs from spirit with gratitude, as it's spirit's way to let you know you're moving in the right direction. I love that. Your message 3, I think I'm feeling being given signs the most strongly with your message. You really are receiving signs, so don't doubt that. You really are being nudged in a direction to keep going and to focus on the thing that you want to create, because you have so much to offer people. What you provide is so needed, and leaning into it more, believing in it, visualizing success around it is all you really need to get the wheels in motion and to start making things happen for you. Lots of signs coming your way, though. Lots. And I think that you've already been receiving them. So really be open to trusting that that's what's happening for you. That spirit really is showing you the way. Green and blue. Green and blue is really standing out to me in all these cards as well. So those might be colors that could be beneficial to you, right? Green is the color of healing and grounding, connection, heart space. Blue is very intuitive, connected to the ears and throat. So I feel like those are colors that would benefit you. Wearing them, utilizing crystals that hold those colors. Creation. Yes. Okay. And it's in the reverse, but it says soul expression and something new. It's in the reverse. This is where spirit's trying to guide you. What is that something new? What is your soul longing to express? You've got that orca whale energy too, which is all about soulful expression and singing your own song, being wild with it, authentic, like extreme authenticity in the best way. This is something that you're being asked to lean into, to cultivate, to create. What does your soul long to express, and how can you lean into this more and say yes to it for yourself and believe that you will have success in doing it? It's definitely something that's going to bring service to others in some kind of way. I don't know why, but I feel like, and this is not going to be for everybody because it's general, there's like an energy of color therapy for some of you. Utilizing color therapy, artistic energy. Yeah, something artsy that you can bring to other people that helps them, is of service to them in some kind of way. But either way, it's time to lean into that something new, to focus on it, to eliminate all the things that stop you from growing this thing, doing this thing. Goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, and receptivity. Love that. So you're probably coming into a more receptive time where you're going to receive that guidance, that angelic guidance, that these spiritual nudges where your guide is really, really strongly trying to get your attention right now. I think that if you don't feel you are this is your confirmation that you're capable of being this energy, embodying it. You naturally have the capacity to lean into this, but this is just sort of a heads up that this is what's coming for you. Again, this really be open, because you're being dropped signs like crazy, or you're about to be, and spirit really wants you to be open to it, to help you with this vision, being receptive, leaning in on your intuition more than ever. And it is Goddess of Dreams, so maybe keep a dream journal beside the bed, because you might receive answers through dreams as well. Lots of ways that spirit's trying to get your attention right now. Message 3. Okay, so we've got soulful appreciation and heartfelt gratitude, but it's in the reverse. So if it's like this, right, we're trusting this. We're trusting that we have a lot to be grateful for, that we are abundant, that we will be able to be successful, especially financially, like find financial success. Definitely think that a lot of my group threes here are being pushed to be entrepreneurial, to create a business of sorts. And there's fear around money and finances and stability. And it's in the reverse because it's saying, believe that you can have all this, that it can be successful. Imagine that money already flowing to you and prosperity and people really loving what it is that you bring to them, how you serve them. Only lean into that energy at this time because that negative energy, those worries, concerns, and fears will block this. But being grateful for everything you have. Gratitude is such a big uplifter and it's such a simple thing to do. I'm grateful for the clothes on my back, the food in my fridge, the clean water I have to drink, my dear friend, whatever it is. When you catch yourself in those more negative thinking, like thought patterns and feelings, go back into gratitude and imagine that you already have everything that you want. Of course I'm prosperous. Of course I'm helping people in the best possible way. Of course I have success, all these kinds of things. Ooh, wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity, and it is in the reverse. So this is what we want to get you to, message 3. We want you to have that mental clarity. We want you to see the way forward so that you can focus. Again, because it's showing up for you, it means that you can have this. You are this. You are able to tap into this part of yourself, the Magi, the one who sees, whose vision is very, very clear, right? Vision, intuition, receptivity. So being open. I do think maybe there's been a block here for a lot of my message 3 choosers, not seeing, not noticing the signs that have been sent your way. Maybe not even entrusting your own ideas and visions. And I really feel like you should be at this time. Creating a blueprint for yourself, leaning into of everything that you want and believing it as though you already have it. All good ideas for you guys, but especially being spiritually open right now, or just mentally and emotionally open to all of this synchronicity and symbolism that's going to be coming through for you. Messaging, spirit guides really, really trying to get your attention right now, really wanting you to see the way through. Very, very divinely guided. Okay. All right. Okay, 6666. Don't be afraid of that number. Everybody always attributes it to the Bible and the mark of the beast, but really sixes are the number of balance and harmony. So it's either that there's a lack of balance and harmony in some aspect of our life that's needed, or that we're moving in that direction. So just a heads up. And the energy with this one is forgiveness, self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges, express your emotions, and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. Wow. That God box energy, putting your worries and concerns down. This fear of moving on, really needing to lean into creative energy and expanding your soul, choosing your priorities, being stuck in negative thinking. I feel like a lot of you need to forgive yourselves for something. Definitely there's going to be an energy here that some of you need to forgive others who have hurt you, done you dirty in some kind of way, and having a hard time detaching from that. Maybe even taking some of their beliefs about you as truth and living from that space is holding you back from leaning into creating something where you're going to be of service to others, moving towards this new adventure. It's time to look at that story and lean into forgiveness. Forgiveness is never for the other people. It's always for ourselves so that we can move on and not be held prisoner by these past thoughts, beliefs, energies, and situations. So this sixes, I feel like, are trying to get you back into this energy of balance and harmony. Again, let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges, express your emotions, and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. You're definitely coming into a time of transformation and change. And change is always difficult because it means we have to show up differently. It means we have to let go. It means we have to be willing to look towards the future with a vision of success and possibility rather than fear and worry. And I think you're in that transitory energy right now. And Spirit's like, we got you. We see you. You have the capacity to connect to us in a huge way and receive all kinds of wisdom and information and knowledge from us so that you can move forward towards this new thing. We just need you to be open to it and receptive to it. And out of any of that pain energy that has held you back in the past. Sorry, I'm just fixing the cards here a little bit so you can see. All right. Now we've got 2002. So pay attention to these numbers. I should have mentioned that here with the first one with sixes, because if they show up in your awareness, be mindful of what you were thinking about when you saw these numbers. Are you thinking negatively when you see these sixes? Is that Spirit's way of trying to say, balance those thoughts out, go there, look at that, remove that energy? Or are you feeling at peace in the moment of when you see these sixes? And what are you doing when you're feeling at peace and connected? More of that. Sort of like Spirit's like more of this line of thinking. Sort of like giving you answers. Now, what this says, unconditional love. Patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, taking action, and unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. And I think that you need to give yourself some unconditional love, trust, and understanding, the way that you would for somebody else that you really care about. So 2002, pay attention to these number sequences, any combination of them, because they're trying to get your attention at that time. And they could show up when the right people show up for you, when there's a good circumstance that you're surrounded by, and it's going to provide you guidance in those moments. So really be open to when you notice those numbers. Eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. And this is saying you will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals. And I feel like this number is going to be a part of the equation. Like if you have doubt or fear, say, okay, if that was the right circumstance, the right people, I would like you to confirm that for me, please, Spirit. Send me these numbers. And I think you will absolutely receive that. Okay. I just feel like there's so many ways that Spirit's been trying to get your attention, and that they will be trying to get your attention to show you the way, to show you how to cultivate this new thing. I definitely think some of you are being nudged and urged to create your own business or to move towards a different career where you're going to be utilizing a lot more of your creativity, your soul expression being brought out much more connected, more authentically. A sign you've never noticed before grabs your attention. It may take a little while to decode the message, but your intuition tells you it's important. And it says, start your adventure today. And we've got adventure over here. Like you definitely are about to embark on a new adventure. You're just in that in-between stage, that void phase where everything just feels a little bit uncertain and up in the air. But yes, you're being divinely guided majorly through the animal kingdom, through sound, through music. I feel like on walks through feathers and stones and rocks and strange things like that. So much coming your way. So be open to this as well. If you happen to notice a sign that kind of sparks something within you, trust it. That's Spirit giving you a divine nudge to look in that direction, to notice it, because there's going to be something to it for you. Nice. I was just feeling compelled to look at the bottom card here, guys. So I'm just going to go with it. Unexplained ringing or buzzing in your ear may be an angel sharing a message with you for the future. It is unclear now, but all will be made clear at the right time. Wow. More ear energy, that sound. So yes, also it just another thing, another way that Spirit's trying to get your attention, another way that your spirit guides are guiding you towards something new, towards like a new adventure, good things. Unexplained ringing or buzzing in your ear, maybe an angel sharing a message with you for the future. It is unclear now, but all will be made clear at the right time. Wow, that's so perfect with the rest of this message. Okay. So far, that's the only message of the 3 that made me feel like I needed to look at the bottom. Okay. So, dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth where we all agreed to play. Today, trust your spidey senses, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here and Spirit loves you. And it says, trust the invisible. Wow. That's so apt. It goes so well with the rest of your message. This, like, you are receiving, you are the receiver, and there's so much spiritual connection happening for you right now, but maybe you're not trusting it fully, and it is time that you trust the invisible. It is happening to you. It is real. They are guiding you. They are showing you the way. You're not alone in this. You've got a huge spirit team at your side. Message 3. Yes. And it says it's time to accept that this paranormal is normal. So I think there's a little bit of resistance, like second guessing and saying, I think that was just a coincidence. That's probably nothing. Just not trusting and believing. A big, big need for you right now. You really are being divinely guided. Message 3. Spirit's got your back in a very, very big way right now. And they are doing all they can to get your attention and show you the way forward. Because you are meant to create something new that's of service to humanity in some kind of way. All right, guys, I am going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing day. Take care.